Hey guys, just quickly before I get into the main subject of this video, I have to give a couple of shout outs. The first goes to the Richmond Football Club, who won the AFL Australian Football League Grand Final yesterday. That's the second flag they've won in the last 3 years. So we won in 2017, 2019. Before that, the last time we won was 1980, so there was a 37-year period of misery for Richmond supporters. But 2 out of 3 ain't bad, so it's absolutely fantastic. And the second shout out goes to fellow collector and YouTuber Darth Maul, brother collector from across the ditch over in New Zealand. So he's looking to get 1,000 subs so he can live stream from his mobile device on Triple Force Friday. Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to happen, but I'm sure he will get a video up very quickly of his Triple Force Friday adventures. So make sure you head over to Darth Maul, give the channel a bit of love, and subscribe to the channel. So I finally got around to unboxing my Black Series Archive Darth Maul, and I will do a comparison with a knockoff version that I picked up off the Evil Bay. It's got to be around 2 years ago, I think. And the only reason I picked that up was because the original version was selling for something like $100 or something like that. Ridiculous. So I'll crack this thing open. That's the easiest way to do it. Alright, so that's what you get. The figure, the binoculars, the double-bladed lightsaber, alternate head. Luckily I got one with eyes that aren't cross-eyed or looking down or off to the side or something like that. There's a closer look at the binoculars, or whatever it's called. The Star Wars term is for that. Lightsaber. And here is the figure, and he looks very Darth Maulish, I guess. Lots of black going on there. They say black is slimming, so maybe he's got a few body issues. I'm not sure. But looks alright. So let's get this comparison happening, and straight away, I'm not seeing much difference in the... I'm looking at the sculpt of the outer sort of robe type thing, the hood and the robe. I'm not seeing much difference. Maybe there's a slight difference in the plastic they use, so maybe there's a bit more of a sheen. Oh, by the way, the knockoff is on the right hand side, and the legit one is on the left hand side. Not seeing much difference at all. All the wrinkles, the folds, they all seem to be there on the knockoff as in the legit one, and they're just as sharp and clean. So wow, that's it's a big surprise. Actually, there's a line running across the middle of the legit one that looks crappy that the knockoff doesn't have. So that's a tick for the knockoff over the official version. I'll just quickly give you a closer look at and compare the accessories, starting with the dual-bladed lightsaber. And I can't see a lot of difference in the sculpt anyway. Maybe again the knockoff is on the right side of your screen, the legit one is on the left hand side of your screen. Maybe the blade on the legit version is a little bit of a deeper red than the knockoff, but the actual lightsaber hilt looks, well, the sculpt looks exactly the same, and it's painted very, very similarly. In regards to the binoculars, or whatever they're called, again, the sculpt exactly the same. Paint a little bit different on the legit version. It's got like a bit of a goldy, bronzy sort of wash over or something like that, while the knockoff version doesn't have it. Alright, going back to the actual figure now, I've removed the cloak, which has an attached head on the legit version, and put on the alternate head. Now, on the knockoff version, when I bought mine, the neck, the sort of ball in the head was very, very stiff, and I didn't think to like try and heat it up, and I kept twisting it, trying to loosen it up, and snapped it off. So I had to do a bit of a bodge job to get the alternate head on, but it works. It works. Doesn't have great articulation, but it works. So here's the head comparison, and again, the actual head sculpt looks exactly the same. The paint is a little bit different. It's a bit, well, this is the newer version. I don't know what the original official Hasbro version was like, but the paint on the newer version, aside from the photo reel on the eyes, the tattoos on the head look a lot cleaner and sharper than the knockoff version. Again, on the rear of the body there, you can see the sculpt in his clothing exactly the same. Does have some soft goods down low, and the soft goods look even exactly the same. The material seems to be exactly the same, so very, very interesting. Same sculpt on the legs, in the boots. There is one difference when it comes to the boots on the knockoff version. Actually, you can see there in the joints, the pins in the double knees are more exposed on the knockoff version as well. So I don't know what's going on there, but the boots, while sculpted exactly the same, on the knockoff version there's an inconsistency between the upper boot and the lower boot. In the plastic, the upper boot is shiny while the lower boot is matte, so I don't know why that is. And obviously on the official Hasbro version it's consistent. There you go again, look at that. Very little difference. Alright, so there you go. I don't know what the deal is with these knockoffs. It looks pretty much exactly the same, except for maybe some of the plastics used. I don't know how it works. I don't know if there's people going to the factory and after hours and making these knockoffs or what. And like I said, the only reason I bought this was because it was a couple of years ago, and obviously I had no idea that the archive wave was going to be released. And I can't remember if I mentioned this earlier, I think I only paid $20 Australian posted, and at the time the legitimate Hasbro ones, the original release, were going for over $100 I think on the Evil base, so it was a no-brainer back then. But these days I'd rather pay the $35 or whatever it is Australian to pick up a legitimate Darth Maul, especially with the photo real face printing technology and that sort of thing. And the more, what's the word, it's like consistent plastic used. But the knockoff version definitely served a purpose and allowed me to have a 6-inch Darth Maul displayed in my collection. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like and subscribe. Aussie collectors, make sure you head on over to outerrimcollectibles.com.au for all your Star Wars Black Series and Marvel Legends needs. And as always, may the Force be with you.
Oh, we're from Tigerland, a fighting fury, we're from Tigerland. risking head and skin. If we're behind, then never mind, we'll fight and win, for we're from Tigerland. We never weaken till the final siren's gone. Like the tiger of old, we're strong and we're bold, for we're from Tiger. Yellow and black, we're from Tigerland. Fighting fury, we're from Tigerland. In any weather you will see us with a grin, risking head and skin. If we're behind, then never mind, we'll fight and win, for we're from Tigerland. We never weaken till the final siren's gone. Like the tiger of old, we're strong and we're bold, for we're from Tigerland.